The DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game, that has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Gooooooo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Play action. It's Smith. Out to his left. He hits his target, Lockett. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Down inside the 40. The Seahawks at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, here's Smith. This one goes underneath to Walker. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 27-yard line. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
From the 24, Smith. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Walker. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Start.
Here's Smith. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
Hey, Coach you. Hey, quick, nigga. Ready.
2nd and 5. Going up top for Miller. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons.
Well, not exactly the way that they drew it up, partner, but certainly not going to complain because the end result, touchdown.
A great outcome for the offensive side, but a crushing play defensively. You make a quick stop, force a fumble, only to see them take the fumble all the way in for 6 points. Now the challenge becomes not getting down and going out and continuing to make plays and hoping the ball bounces your way the next time.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they'll work this down inside the 30. On first down, Smith. Letting one go deep for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. Going for it all. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Smith throwing again. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
He completes it. They've got a first down. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready
at their 25-yard line.
Striker, 3-3. Smash, smash. Green.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, and you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Miller. He's got it.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Ready.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll look to throw here on first down. Going deep this time for Miller. And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Smith. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
Got it. Ready? Let's go, let's go, let's go!
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Kenneth Walker, his first rushing touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes it a 21-10 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Let's go.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll set up to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Gino now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball, and if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is up to 18 now. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this will be caught at the 30.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Here we go.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Falcons are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Ready.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
On second down, it's Walker. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Cup 19! Cup 19! Mustang 19!
On third down, here's Walker.
And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there.
47 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Panther 11! Panther 11!
Now Gino. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Drop 50! Drop 50!
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Smith.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Falcons are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've got to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys to...
And he can't escape, and down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. 2nd and 14. Got a man. It's Patterson complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there. 3rd and 7 now. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
They go play action here on 1st down.
Right back to Pitts again.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, this red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's third down. They're going option play on third down. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. That'll go as a pickup of 8. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving.
That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have got it back to within a score. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Ritter will throw for it. And this will be incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium. That's caught inside the 20. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
60 Vikings, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, 19 tight, 19 tight.
Just beating the play clock, Smith. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
Smith now to throw. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. And he pushed it right. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll look to throw. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15.
Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty? When you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result.
The Falcons on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be third and forever. They'll look to throw. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
2nd and 15. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 42. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Back to throw now on first down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Patterson running between the tackles. And some room to roam now. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Completes it to Miller. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. They're going to look to throw. Now the ball comes loose, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here's Walker to start the drive. Past the 20 for a short gain, second down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Sticking with Walker on second down. And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. That he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And here comes throw number one for the backup QB. And his first throw since coming in is incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Heineke. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Off of play action. Here's Smith. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Heineke's throw taken in by Miller. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta. Heineke. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Pardon, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
He's got his tight end fan, and he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Throwing now, Smith. This complete to Lockett. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Play action. It's Smith. And this one's incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Smith. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
They'll run for it. It's Walker. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss.
I don't know what the fuck happened right now, but hopefully that game counted. This shit froze. I don't know what the fuck happened. I'm still streaming, so I know it wasn't my end. Well, I guess that's gonna win that game, so this shit over with.